Hola amigos, ¿qué tal? El día de hoy vamos a seguir haciendo videos de simulaciones para que ustedes lleguen bien preparados el día de su entrevista. Es importante que cuando termines de ver este video nos dejes en los comentarios cuál fue tu resultado, si pudiste responder a todos, si de repente no pudiste responder una pregunta o si algo no entendiste. Si algo no entendiste en forma específica, te sugiero que me contactes por medio de mi Instagram, ciudadanía_ahora. Ahí me puedes mandar mensajes en directo y privado. También recuerda que es bien importante que nos ayudes dándole like a este video para que esta información se distribuya y llegue a otras personas. Muchas personas me dicen cómo pueden ayudar al canal. Es muy sencillo, solo recuerda dándole like. Es bien importante porque así ayudamos a más personas. Muy bien amigos, entonces comencemos con el video del día de hoy. Hi, how are you doing today? I know you're nervous, but just relax and you will do okay. Before we begin the interview, since you submitted your application, has any information or anything has changed, such as your address, your job, travel, anything has changed? Okay, nothing has changed? Okay. Can you please raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm that the statements you will give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God? Thank you. Please take a seat. Can I see your permanent resident card and your passport, please? In what year you become a permanent resident? Have you used a different name other than the legal name that you have? And what was the reason of using a different name? Would you like to change your name? Would you like to legally change your name? In the last 5 years, how many times have you traveled out of the United States? Where do you travel to? And what was the purpose of visiting this country? How many days in total do you spend out of the United States? When was the last trip that you took out of the United States? How many days was this trip for? And what was the purpose of this trip? Did you travel by yourself? When is your date of birth? Where were you born? Are either of your parents U.S. citizens? Are you currently employed? What's the name of the company that you work for? For how long have you been working there? What was your previous job? For how long did you work there? Now, since you submitted your application, has your job changed? Did you stop working due to the pandemic? Okay, good to know. Can you please provide me your current address? Can you spell the name of the street for me, please? For how long have you been living at this address? What was your previous address? For how long did you live at the previous address? What was the purpose of you switching address? What's your marriage status? How many times have you been married? When did you get divorced? And when did you get married again? What is your spouse's name? Can you please spell your spouse's names for me? Is your spouse a U.S. citizen? Do you have any children? How old are your children? Are either of your children U.S. citizens? Can you please give me the names of your children that are U.S. citizens? What is your relationship with your children? Now let's do the civic test. What does the Constitution do? We elect a U.S. Senator for how many years? What is the highest court in the United States? Name one right only for United States citizens. Why did the colonists fight the British? Name one problem that led to the Civil War. Great. Can you please read the following sentence? Can you please write the following sentence? Washington was the first president. Washington was the first president. Here's the correct way to write it. Now tell me, have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen? Why not? Can you please tell me in Spanish what I just asked you? Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election? Why not? When was the last time that you voted in a federal, state, or local election in the United States? Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined into a mental institution? When was the last time that you filed your taxes? Since you become a permanent resident, have you ever failed to file your taxes? Do you understand what fail to file your taxes means? Can you please tell me what fail to file your taxes means? Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or any way associated with any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or in other location in the world? Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? What is communism? Have you ever been a member of a totalitarian party? Have you ever been a member of a terrorist organization? Have you ever advocated the overthrow of any government by force or violence? Have you ever persecuted any person because of race, religion, national origin, political opinion? What is persecute or persecution? Have you ever been involved in genocide? Have you ever been involved in killing or trying to kill someone? Badly hurting or hurt a person on purpose? Have you ever been involved in torture? Have you ever been involved in not letting someone practice his or her religion? Have you ever worked in a prison or jail? A detention facility. A prison camp. Have you ever been a habitual drunkard? What is a habitual drunkard? Have you ever been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution? Have you ever smuggled controlled substances, illegal drugs, or narcotics? Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time? Have you ever married someone in order to obtain immigration benefits? Have you ever lied to any U.S. government official to gain entry or admission or to gain an immigration benefit while in the United States? Have you ever been in prison or jail? Have you ever been detained by any law enforcement officer for any reason? Have you ever been cited to court? Have you ever self-give or provide weapons to any person or help another person self-give or provide weapons to any person? What is a weapon? Have you ever received any type of military, paramilitary, or weapons training? Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? What is the form of government of the United States? Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? Do you understand what bear arms means? Can you please explain to me what bear arms on behalf of the United States means? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combat services in the U.S. Armed Forces? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian directions? Okay, please review all the information in the tablet is correct. If everything is correct, sign and print your name. Congratulations, I will recommend your interview as approved. Muy bien amigos, espero que les haya salido todo muy bien en esta práctica. Si no, vayan a los comentarios y déjenos saber ahí cómo les fue. Vayan a ver cualquiera de estos dos videos si no los han visto para que sigan practicando. Ayúdenme con el like, ya saben, es bien importante, es la manera que ustedes se involucran con nosotros con el like. Y nos vemos el día de mañana con otro video. Que tengan un excelente día.